Welcome back to Kleppers Corner, where democracy checks in but doesn't always check out. Our top story today, August 20th, 2025, a day that reshaped the U.S. intelligence community faster than Trump reshapes his hair in a windstorm. On the same day he was negotiating with Vladimir Putin and a hurricane was barreling up the East Coast, Trump decided it was the perfect time to drop a bureaucratic nuke on America's intelligence agencies. Because nothing says we've got this under control like juggling Putin, a Category 4 hurricane, and a full-blown intelligence community purge. It's like a man trying to grill a steak, change a diaper, and fight off raccoons all at the same time, and insisting he's the best multitasker in history. So let's break it down, segment by segment, and see how August 20th became the day Trump turned the spy game into The Apprentice Classified Edition. Segment 1, ODNI 2.0, diet intelligence, now with less intelligence. The centerpiece was ODNI 2.0, Trump's big plan to slim down the office of the Director of National Intelligence. According to DNI Tulsi Gabbard, the ODNI had become bloated, inefficient, and full of leaks, which is ironic because the Trump White House had more leaks than a sinking Carnival cruise ship. So what's the fix? Cut $700 million from the budget, fire 40% of the staff, and shut down offices that deal with pesky little things like foreign disinformation, cyber threats, and higher education for intelligence officers. Yeah, who needs analysts when you've got gut instinct and a truth social feed? The Foreign Malign Influence Center, gone, which is convenient because that's the office that investigates foreign election interference. So in case Russia was wondering, the election hacking hotline is now disconnected. Press 1 if you'd like to speak to no one. The Cyber Threat Integration Center, also gone, which is great timing because we definitely don't live in an era where cyber attacks can cripple hospitals, elections, and power grids. No, sir, America's strategy is now just unplugging the Wi-Fi and praying. And the National Intelligence University, eliminated. Because who needs trained intelligence officers when you could just scroll TikTok for conspiracy theories? This is like shutting down medical schools and saying, don't worry, YouTube will handle your surgery. This wasn't about efficiency. It was about compliance. Trump doesn't want intelligence. He wants affirmation. Instead of speaking truth to power, ODNI 2.0 is more like whispering sweet nothings to dear leader. Segment 2, the clearance purge. 37 ways to say you're fired. But the overhaul wasn't just about cutting offices. It was about cutting people. On the same day, Trump revoked the security clearances of 37 current and former national security officials. No notice, no hearings, just a big fat, you're fired with national security consequences. Who made the list? Well, it reads like the Avengers of people Trump hates. Folks who worked on the 2017 Russia interference assessment, Biden administration officials, career analysts, even technical experts in quantum computing and AI. Because if there's one thing America doesn't need in 2025, it's experts in artificial intelligence. Who wants robots that detect threats when you can have Elon Musk promising brain chips instead? The official excuse? These people politicized intelligence, which is rich. Because the only person politicizing intelligence here is the guy revoking 37 clearances like he's Oprah. You lose a clearance, you lose a clearance, everybody loses a clearance. This wasn't a security measure, this was a purge. And like every purge, it wasn't about national security. It was about personal insecurity. Trump doesn't want dissenters, he wants sycophants. And if you ever signed a letter saying, hey, maybe Russia did interfere in 2016, congratulations. You're now unemployable in the intelligence field. Segment 3, Capitol Hill reacts. Divided we spy. Of course, the fallout was immediate. Republicans praised the move as necessary reform. Senator Tom Cotton even said it would make intelligence a stronger and more effective tool for President Trump. Notice the phrasing? Not a tool for America, a tool for Trump. That's like saying firefighters exist not to save burning houses, but to keep one guy's marshmallows from catching fire. Democrats, meanwhile, called it dangerous, unconstitutional, and a betrayal of the ODNI's core mission, which it is. But let's be honest, Democrats issuing sternly worded press releases has about as much effect as me yelling at my Roomba for eating a sock. Legally, this could end up in court. Security clearance revocations are normally a no-go zone for judges. They defer to the executive branch. But when you're revoking clearances as political retribution, that's a First Amendment problem. It's less protecting classified info and more protecting Trump's ego. And good luck fighting it in court, because half the judges were appointed by Trump and the other half are still trying to figure out what the hell Kafife meant. Segment 4, the chilling effect when truth gets grounded. Here's the real danger, the chilling effect. If you're an intelligence analyst today, the message is clear. Write the truth, lose your job. So what do? You self-censor. You avoid conclusions that might upset the president. And suddenly, the people sworn to tell inconvenient truths are writing bedtime stories instead. The U.S. intelligence community is supposed to be the nation's eyes and ears, but Trump is poking them out and replacing them with two guys named Rudy and Don Jr. whispering in his ear. This isn't just about Russia or cyber threats. This sets a precedent. Intelligence exists not to inform the president, but to confirm him. And when your leader only wants good news, the bad news still exists, it just blindsides you later. Ask any parent who ignored their teenager's browser history. Segment 5, parallel playbook, from spies to schools. And this isn't just about spies. On the same day, the Trump administration also punished 5 Virginia school districts for protecting transgender students. Different issue, same playbook. Use federal power, funding, or clearances as a weapon. Accuse your opponents of malfeasance. Force compliance with the administration's ideology. It's like Mad Lib's governance. Pick your target, accuse them of being woke or politicized, yank their money or clearance, and declare victory. The common thread? Power isn't about serving citizens. It's about enforcing loyalty. Whether it's analysts in Langley or kids in Fairfax, the lesson is the same. Step out of line, and you're done. In conclusion, the new paradigm. So what did August 20th really show us? It wasn't about efficiency. It wasn't about national security. It was about reshaping the federal government into a tool of loyalty and compliance. Trump doesn't want intelligence. He wants allegiance. He doesn't want independent institutions. He wants personal instruments. And here's the scary part. When intelligence agencies fear telling the truth, the country becomes less secure. When schools fear protecting students, society becomes less safe. And when every lever of power is pulled for ideology instead of integrity, democracy stops being a government and starts being a reality show where the only prize is staying in the boss's good graces. August 20th, 2025 wasn't just a bureaucratic shuffle. It was the day the spy game got rigged, the classroom got politicized, and America got a preview of what happens when truth itself is put on clearance. And that, folks, is your today's top story.